Have you ever heard of a backup quarterback who might change the entire course of a franchise before even taking a snap? Well, Seattle might just have one of those. I'm Ethan Carter, and today's Seahawks Insider Report is about to shake things up. We've got a polarizing rookie making waves, a last-minute signing that could turn heads, a star from another team throwing shade at the Seahawks front office, and a written-off wide receiver out to prove the doubters wrong. What do all these stories have in common? They hit you right in the soul if you bleed blue and green. So the question is, are we ignoring the signs or ready to face what's coming? All right, 12s. Before we dive into all the latest from this Tuesday's Seahawks coverage, I've got a quick favor. If you're enjoying the Seahawks Insider Report and love our breakdowns, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel grow and keeps this incredible Hawks community stronger than ever. Thanks for your support. There are backup quarterbacks who barely get on the field, and then there's Jaylen Milro. You won't hear his name echoing through Lumen Field just yet, but blink and you might miss him doing something no other QB on this roster dares, or even knows how, to do. Drafted in the 3rd round, Milro was supposed to be an athletic project. But on the field, he's a walking highlight reel. The kind of player who makes every snap feel like something's about to happen. And the offense, it wasn't even built for him. Not yet. With Sam Darnold starting and Drew Lock waiting in the wings, the plan was for Milro to redshirt 2025, learn the playbook, and be ready in 2026. But training camp had other ideas. According to ESPN's Trey Hendrickson, Seattle already has special packages in place for Milro, ones that let him use his legs and attack defenses on the move. And if there's one thing Seahawks fans respect, it's a fearless QB. Think Tarvaris Jackson's fire with rookie-year Lamar Jackson electricity. Still raw? Sure. But instincts? Off the charts. He barely saw reps in the spring. The base offense under Clint Kubiak was the priority. But now, in camp, those special packages are coming to life. And here's the key. Milro doesn't need to take Darnold's job to make noise. Just give him 5 or 6 snaps a game. A red zone look, a 3rd and long, one broken play that turns into 6. That's how you flip a season. And make no mistake, the front office is watching. Darnold's contract is guaranteed for just 1 year. They need to know if Milro is the answer for 2026 or if they'll be drafting again. That answer starts now, not in games but in practice. Coaches are already calling him an athletic shock compared to the rest. Now he needs to prove he's got the mind and poise to run the system. If he does, Seattle might have found a secret weapon, or maybe something even bigger. Because every quiet revolution starts like this, with a 3rd-round pick no one paid attention to, and a July practice that nobody took seriously. But if this rookie keeps it up, Seattle's QB picture is about to catch fire. Speaking of fire, what happens when 2 long shots knock on the defense's door looking to make the roster? Imagine walking into your first day on the job knowing you've got less than a month to prove you belong. That's the reality for Cam Alexander and Justin Rogers, 2 fresh faces who arrived at Seahawks camp without much noise, but with one thing on their minds: let us stay. Seattle's front office didn't bring them in by accident. On Monday, they signed cornerback Cam Alexander and nose tackle Justin Rogers while waiving fellow rookie Zy Alexander due to injury. Cam went undrafted, bounced around a few minicamps, and even spent time with the Falcons before landing here. Doesn't sound like much, but his tape at UTSA says otherwise. Defensive MVP of the Frisco Bowl, physical, quick to diagnose plays, and above all, hungry, the kind of underdog the Pacific Northwest loves to rally behind. Rogers brings a different energy. At 6'3", 338 pounds, he's a brick wall in cleats, a true nose tackle who came through the Bengals and Cowboys systems but never got a real shot. He's not going to show up on highlight reels, but he's the kind of guy who makes linebackers look great. And in Mike McDonald's defense, where gap discipline is everything, that matters. But let's be honest. Their odds of making the final roster are slim. And that's exactly what makes it interesting, because this 2025 Seahawks roster is still under construction. And if we've learned anything from 2022, 2023, and 2024, it's that John Schneider knows how to find gems in the mud. Remember Tariq Woolen, Jake Bobo? Everyone doubted them too. Rodgers might look like just another camp body, but if he plugs up the run and flashes some power in pass rush drills, he could be a solid backup. Cam Alexander has a tougher path, but shine on special teams or show versatility at nickel, and he could leapfrog a few aging vets. It's all about the reps. That's what makes this camp so compelling. It's blood, sweat, and zero guarantees. But what if the next big move doesn't involve long shots, but a full-on splash for a proven star? The hood's up, the engine's humming, and Seattle's sitting on a pile of cap space. So what now? Do we floor it or keep riding the brakes? With nearly $36 million available, the Seahawks are at a crossroads, and cutting Noah Fant might have been the first sign that the front office is ready to shift gears. Fant wasn't a disaster, but he never lived up to the hype. Now he's gone, clearing a roster spot and, more importantly, some cash. Which brings us to the question lighting up VMAC. Is it time to go get Trey Hendrickson? The Bengals pass rusher is locked in a nasty standoff with his team. Since May, he's gone radio silent after Cincy ignored his contract demands. No camp, no talks, training in Florida, and anyone who knows how the NFL works sees it for what it is, a signal. He's saying, "Come get me." And Seattle? They've turned reclamation projects into legends before. Think Michael Bennett, Cliff Averill, guys who came in doubted, hungry, and left as icons. Hendrickson's different. He's already a monster. 35 sacks over 2 years. 4 straight Pro Bowls. Never missed a game. He changes your defense's identity overnight. And for a team flirting with elite status but not quite there yet, he could be the missing piece. But make no mistake, the price is steep. He'll cost north of $38 million per year, and the trade would require premium capital. Probably a second-round pick and maybe a young player. Is it worth it? To me, yes, because the window is creaking open. McDonald's defense has shown flashes. Now it needs a true alpha on the front line. Boy Mayfair and Derek Hall have upside but are inconsistent. Uchenna Nwosu is steady but not feared. Hendrickson is feared. If the Seahawks want that old-school defensive swagger back, they need a cornerstone. And yeah, future contracts will be an issue. Woolen, Mafe, Walker, Witherspoon, Cross, they'll all want extensions. But titles aren't won on spreadsheets. They're won with bold moves. Seattle has to decide, play it safe, or try to win now. Because if not now, then when? And speaking of winning now, there's a 7th-round rookie out here willing to bulldoze through veterans just for a shot. Let me introduce you to Ricky White III. Ricky White III doesn't have the name of a star, doesn't have the body of a star, didn't have a combine like a star. But you know what he does have? The same fire that turned Chris Carson from a 7th-round nobody into a Seahawks fan favorite. Drafted with Seattle's final pick in 2025, White III carries every doubt ever thrown at him like a badge. Too small, too slow, low ceiling, all turned into fuel. And now, in training camp, he's starting to convert doubt into respect. The kid came from UNLV, where he was the top special teams player in the conference. But don't call him just a try-hard return guy. White's got soft hands, slick separation skills, and on-field IQ that too many scouts overlooked. He's clearly behind in the receiver race, with Jackson Smith-Njigba, Cooper Kupp, Jake Bobo, and Torrey Horton likely locked in. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Derecki Young, and Cody White are all in the mix too. So yeah, we're talking about maybe 1 or 2 open spots. But that's where White's edge kicks in. He plays like this is his last shot, because it probably is. In drills, he's already turning heads with sharp routes, smart zone reads, and relentless special teams hustle. On a team with a new mindset and Mike Macdonald's aggressive vision, guys who flash in all 3 phases, offense, special teams, and grit, climb fast. And if Seattle decides to carry 6 wideouts, which makes sense with Clint Kubiak's multiple offense, White could be that 6th man. Look, the vets have expectations and contracts. White only has proof, but sometimes that's what turns a no-name into a legend. And let's not forget, the last time a 7th-round pick came in this hungry, his name was Carson, and Seattle never forgot him. Now it's White's turn. Every rep, every return, every July and August snap will matter. No room for error, but zero fear. If he keeps pushing like this, someone's getting bumped. Because the 2025 Seahawks are being built by guys who want it more. And speaking of wanting it more, after all this, do you think the front office finally gets what it needs to do to make this season count? If this training camp feels like just another preseason to you, you're not paying attention. The 2025 Seahawks aren't playing around. A rookie QB is pushing the vets. Unknowns are crashing the party. A superstar is sitting there waiting for a trade. And the front office? They've got a choice. Act bold or stay safe. This is the moment when real contenders separate from teams just showing up. So what's it gonna be, Seattle? If this breakdown reminded you why you still believe in the power of the 12s, hit that like button and drop your take in the comments. Does this season feel like a turning point or more of the same?